And it's smart play from Stevenson just to win the throw, and Willie Collum decides enough is enough. Hearts have the 3 points for just the second time at home this season. John McGlynn, a happy man, thanks to Danny Granger, who scored a goal fit to win any game in the first half. An excellent strike from the left back, and it's Hearts who have all 3 points. Danny Granger, the hero here at Tynecastle, and a beautiful autumnal day in the capital. Hearts are back to winning ways after 2 defeats in a row. Danny Granger's left foot has provided the 3 points for John McGlynn's side. It's finished here at Tynecastle. Hearts 1, Motherwell 0.
Well, the Hearts players look absolutely delighted, and so they should. They had a really tough run-in before the international break, losing 4 of their last 5 games in the SPL coming into this. But Danny Granger's screamer, wasn't it an absolute cracker? Manages to get them the points. Their first shutout at home since the opening day of the season, and their first home win since that victory against St Johnstone back on day 1 at the beginning of August. All thanks to the left back, who scored an absolute schoolboy's dream of a goal. Well done to him. And here's how it affects the Clydesdale Bank Scottish Premier League table. Hearts move up to 8th place, one of 3 teams on 12 points. They move above Ross County and St Mirren on the day, and suddenly things look a lot more healthy for them. Well, here Motherwell, until today, were the only team who had not lost in the SPL away from home. That record has gone now. Reaction from Neil McCann to come. Danny Granger was the danger for Hearts. Hearts needed the win. They got the win. They deserved it too. Reaction next. Hearts have beaten Motherwell by 1-0. Danny Granger got the goal, and a cracker it was too in the first half. Motherwell felt they should have had a penalty when Andy Webster pushed over Michael Higdon. But it's Hearts who celebrate only their 3rd win in 11 attempts against the men from Lanarkshire. Let's get reaction now from the Tynecastle dressing room. Andy Webster is with the man of the match, Danny Granger, and Luke Shanley.
Danny, Andy, well done. Danny, how important was that win?
I think it's massive. Obviously we haven't picked up as many points as we needed at the start of the season at Tiny, but obviously to get a result against a team like Motherwell, it's massive, and hopefully we can kick-start now.
Talk us through that goal.
I do them every day in training, the boys will tell you that, so it's no, like I said, I just caught it well and it ended up flying in, so I'm delighted with it.
Andy, how important was a clean sheet, your first since the opening day?
Yeah, it was vital for us. You know, it's a great achievement for the boys against a very good Motherwell side. And when you score a goal, you know, you look to keep it tight at the back, and we managed to do that.
What does it say about the team spirit of the Hearts dressing room, given the week that you've had?
Yeah, I think over the course of the season, you know, we have played well in the majority of games, and we've kind of always been sort of left with the sucker punch. So I think, you know, today we dug in, we dug deep. We knew today was massive, and we got the right result. Well,
Danny's the match winner and the man of the match. Can you hand over the Clydesdale Bank champagne, please?
Cheers, Willie. Cheers, Paul. Thank you.
Well done.
Well, they both referred to the fact it was an enormous win for them. Just how important was it, and how much pressure were they under coming into this?
I think they were under a bit of pressure, and indeed John McGlynn as well. You know, it's okay saying that you, as Andy alluded to there, you're playing well. But if you're not getting the results, then pressure starts to build within the team, or within the supporters at least, to the team. And that can transcend onto the pitch as well and start to get the players a bit nervous. So they were really pleased to get a result today. Do you think there was pressure on John McGlynn, new as he is in the job, and even though he's been associated with the club for many years? I think John is doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and as a manager you're always judged on results. So he'll be delighted today that all his hard work that he's been working on finally pays off with 3 points. Yes, well done to him and well done to Hearts. What about the goal then? As a forward player yourself, you would have been proud of this one, and of course Danny Granger is a defender. Yeah, what I said there, it's coming from Motherwell's throw-in, which I think he should be throwing it up the line there to Michael Higdon, but he's almost thrown it inside the pitch, and that's where the danger is. Hearts are pressing the ball very aggressively, and when they work it wide to Danny, as I said, I think there's just only one thought in his mind, to get it out his feet, try and get into shooting range, which he does. And what a beautiful strike.
What about the space in front of him, though? Defensively, what will Stuart McCall be saying?
Yeah, I think Ramsden has to get closer to the ball, and as he just turns to the side there, it allows the gap to open up. Watch him, he should get face on, he should get his body in a square position. He might get a shoulder on that, but as he turns to the side, it just opens enough gap for Danny to rifle it through.
Did you feel sorry, as a former winger yourself, Neil, for Chris Humphrey, who had that man Granger as his direct opponent?
Yeah. Well, some days, you know, a full-back can just get in top and bite into challenges and just stop you getting a run at him. And Danny, that was the good thing about Danny Granger today. Not just what we're seeing here about defensive qualities and defensive duties, clearing things. He made very good decisions in defensive areas. You know, when it was time to stand up and deny Chris Humphrey the space to run him, he did it. When it was time to bite into challenges, he done it. And I think today Danny Granger was well worth his man of match award, not just for his goal, but his all-round performance.
Will John McGlynn be concerned, sorry if I'm putting a negative on this victory, but will they be concerned that Hearts' last 5 goals have all come from defenders? It's a curious statistic. Or what does it tell us?
Listen, it's just obvious that the strikers are not putting chances away, because I felt the wingers did create a few balls into the box, and possibly that's where you could argue the case of John Sutton maybe been up there. It's more of a target. You've seen when he came on, he's more a physical presence than young Callum. But Callum's got the energy and he's running into channels, and that's just the way John has decided to go. Yeah, there'll be a frustration there that his forwards aren't scoring, because they need to chip in with goals. He'll be pleased though that a couple of his defenders, Ali Ukas and now Danny Granger, chipping in, but they need to get more goals from the forward department.
Well, we saw Stuart McCall at half-time ranting at his players on the pitch when there was a small break. I wonder what he's like now after the game, a game, of course, that Motherwell lost.
Stuart, how frustrating an afternoon was that?
Well, yeah, frustrating. You never like to lose games. You know, I felt we deserved the point. I thought it was a good game, a decent game. We're disappointed at the goal we've lost. We know Granger's got a great left foot and we don't close him down, and he smashes one in the top corner. But I thought maybe 10 minutes after that we sort of rocked a little bit, but I thought then after, you know, we played some good stuff. They've defended well, but I certainly feel we merited a point.
Should you have had a penalty in the first half?
Some of the boys are saying, I think it was Big Webster climbing on Higgy. I wasn't too sure myself from where I was. I don't think that's what's cost us the game. But overall, performance-wise, I was happy where they moved the ball. I said before the game, they're probably, you know, the strongest defence in this league out with Celtic, and I thought they showed that today.
Thanks, Stuart.
Cheers, thank you.
When Stuart gets a look at the penalty claim, will he feel that Andy Webster did come through Higden?
Yeah, well, listen, and to my mind, there's no doubt Andy Webster comes through the back of Michael Higden first before he gets the ball, and I do believe if that's outside the box, it's a free kick all day long. But there's sometimes, you know, there's this decision in the box, is it an obvious one? You can say, as I said before at half-time, that Michael Higden doesn't get off the ground. Andy Webster is coming off the ground, his momentum's going forward, that creates a contact and it's a big aggressive header. But there's definitely a contact on Michael's head before the ball, which you could argue is a penalty.
And of course, Hearts had chances in the second half as well. Should they have taken them?
Yeah, I must admit, I felt Novikovas coming off for Hearts, it just kind of dampened the threat that Hearts posed Motherwell. But, you know, they did have chances. Stevenson, we know, was very comfortable on both sides, and it's a terrific strike there, just drifting away. And then John Sutton comes on and he's very unlucky. The first one, it looks as if he's been fired out of a cannon, misses it, gets himself up, and it's just trying to guide it into the corner.
Was he a bit disorientated here, because he was on the ground with his back to play?
I tell you what, he's still got his eye on the ball though when he's lying face down, which he does ever so well to get back up and try and get something onto the target. But I think overall, I felt although Motherwell have chances in the game, felt Hearts deserved the win.
And what about those Motherwell chances?
Yeah, again, I think when you've got a big striker like Michael Higden through the middle, then the service has to be good, and at times today with Danny Granger in great form and Ryan McGowan in the other wing stifling Murphy, the chances weren't freely coming. These are one of the very few chances that were coming in from Murphy didn't provide that threat, but Humphrey stuck at it, and the couple of ones that did get into the box, it was coming from his side. But, you know, I do think they were half chances. This one, Andy Webster does well to clear off the line, but I think my view of the game, Hearts deserved the 3 points, and although Motherwell did stick at it, they were better in the second half in terms of aggression, and the passing was a bit better. I feared that Hearts were the better side.
We did know that Motherwell had 3 weeks of a layoff because of a postponement in the international break. Were they a little bit ring rusty?
No, I don't think they were. No, I just feel like the power and the aggression in the middle of the park, that Hearts were up on it early doors, and that allowed them to get a foothold in the game. It allowed their wingers to be in advanced positions rather than coming from deeper, and that for me was a defining factor in the game and how Hearts went and bossed it.
Well, I can imagine with that in mind that John McGlynn, the Hearts manager, will be a happy man. He is with Luke Shanley.
John, how happy are you with the performance and the result?
Well, very happy, yeah. The result was the most important thing, to be honest with you, but the performance was good as well. You know, I thought we started the game exceptionally well, as we said at half-time, and maybe could have been further ahead at half-time. However, Motherwell are no mugs, absolutely no mugs. They didn't get third in the league last year, and no be a bad side, so they put us under pressure in the second half, but I thought we stayed very solid. Central defenders like Webster and Zaliukas, and full-backs like McGowan and Granger, and you've got a right good chance with a good goalkeeper as well, Jamie McDonald. So we're very, very solid at the back. A couple of opportunities, one we higged in, actually both. A shot early in the second half and then a header at the back post, but I thought for every one of the opportunities that Motherwell had, we also had chances. So delighted with the result and delighted with the performance.
Well done to Jay, John.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you very much. Very polite man, young Luke Shanley. How important is it Hearts now build on the platform that they've given themselves today? Yeah,
it's important they go on. They've got another home game coming up against Ross County. So, you know, it's important that the win today keeps rolling on. You know, they don't just rest on that. They work hard during training. They come up against a very organised Ross County side, but it's important that they get the home wins, because you build from home and then you go away and you're stronger from that.
Neil, thanks very much. Good to see you today.
Thank you.
And there's more live football right now over on Sky Sports 1 HD. Super Sunday is on the air with QPR against Everton. And remember, Celtic are in action against Barcelona on Tuesday and Clyde against Rangers next Sunday on Sky Sports. But Tynecastle today was a happy place with Hearts winning. Bye for now.
Watch all 6 Sky Sports channels on your mobile and online.